What it do, Woody? What it do? Had a little quick little video right here, man. Had a little conversation with one of my Woodies. Woody. You know this dude, man, he a soul. A piece to the gods and the goddesses, man. This dude, man, he a soul, man. He vibrating on a spiritual frequency right now. So, you know, it's like every time he calls me, he just runs a simulated conversation. So I started breaking some things down to him last night. He was asking me questions about Earth and all that. You know what I mean? Wanted me to break down what spirituality is to him. Like, you know, the spiritual movement, had to let him know that a spiritual movement is death moving amongst the land. That's what a spiritual movement is. And you have a group of vessels, or a school of vessels, majority of vessels, and wherever they go, it's all about minimizing life. You know what I mean? That's what it's all about. It's all about minimizing life. Keeping people in a repetitive mindset. So I had to let them know that's what a spiritual movement is. Or when you hear people talk about that they spiritual, wherever they go, it's about minimizing life. It's about wherever they at, that's where they're going to be, and that's where they plan to be. They don't plan to move forward. You know, he was asking me questions about nature. I had to let him know that nature is dead. Nature is already dead. You know what I mean? It ain't even real. Like what you think nature is, it ain't even real. I should walk it this way right here. You know what I mean? Nature, it ain't even real. It's a simulation. So what people assume, you know what I'm saying, in regards to nature, when they be like Mother Nature and nature's the provider and is it'll be like it's the giver of life and the nurture of life and things like that. Nature don't do none of that. You know what I'm saying? That's what the Lords of Light do. Lords of Light is the provider. They the ones who created what people call nature, who coded it to process light on a certain level. And that has to do with, you know, bringing food out. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times when people be speaking about nature, they only focus on the vegetation, trees, grass, fruits, veggies, and things like that. But you gotta know nature is the whole system. And that includes life and death. You know what I mean? That's all part of nature. The weather system is a part of nature. Your rain, your hurricanes, your blizzards, snowstorms, mudslides, sinkholes. That's all part of nature. It's a system. It's a machine. Nature is like a general term or a generalization term that will be used to describe a machine. You know what I'm saying? Like we would say it's a car. For instance, you got machines out there that they call cars. And when you go into the schematics of what a car is, you see that it has many different abilities. You know, it's thousands of abilities the cars have. You know what I'm saying? The same thing with nature. It's a system, a vehicle. And it has many abilities in it. So you hear people say things like, yeah, I go out into and listen to nature. And they will refer that to as like the animals, the birds and things like that. Yeah, I'm out here listening to nature. Get the freak out of here. You know what I mean? You gotta specify. No, you just out there listening to some damn birds. Word up. You gotta be specific with it. Then again, when you train to have a linear mindset, or should I say, not even linear, because linear deals with the objective in certain instances. When you train to have an illusionary mindset, you don't know how to identify the obvious, man. You know what I mean? So yeah, just letting them know that, he's asking me about the moon. I had to let them know, like, yo, the moon is a projection. It's not real. That's why you only see the moon when light hit it, because it's being projected from the light. In other words, you would never not see the moon if there's no light hitting it, allegedly hitting it. I'm saying that to speak the language or to give an example. But how many times did you ever see the moon when light wasn't hitting it or projecting it? Because it's a projection. That's why there's times in the daytime, see, if they had it, if it was being projected, I'm not, like the position I'm at right now, too much obstruction so I can't see it. But in the daytime, there's times when you can look up and you can see the moon. And when you look at it, it'd be transparent. The moon will be transparent. You could like see through it in the daytime. You know what I mean? That's because it's a projection. It's a projection. And when you have certain objects that's obstructing, should I say, the projection, it wouldn't be as dense. It'd be like, say somebody shining a flashlight, and you know the flashlight, when it hits the wall, it has that circular shape. But if you put your hand at a certain angle in front of the light, it obstructs the light, and now you only see a portion of the light. You know what I'm saying? Because it's obstruction. So that's what be happening on certain times when you look at the moon, and you can see like you can see through it. Because there's certain obstructions that's hitting the light, that's projecting it, that's not allowing it to be projected in its full magnitude. So yeah, man, just letting them know, like, yo, man, spiritual movement, or that's all got to do with a group of people moving amongst the land. You know, the frequency of death, man. That's death moving amongst the land. I had to let them know that, this is the moon that we on. I'm letting them know that really effed his head up right there. Really effed his head up when I let him know that this is not even a real planet. This is a simulated planet. This is a planet that's actually simulating what a planet could do. It's all codes, programs, on a molecular and biological level. Let them know that what you think is a planet is really a moon. And if it wasn't for the sun, you know what I'm saying, with all that energy, you would really see what this dimension is. It would be always dark. It's a spirit world. For those who got what it takes to activate their pineal gland, high frequency antenna, to vibrate out their body, they will see that when they come out their body, no matter what time it is, you know what I'm saying. But that all varies as well, depending on how you vibrate. But no matter what time it is, when you come out your body, you wouldn't see the sun in space. You will only see the moon. You know, as I stated before, the moon that they want to tell you is the only moon is the artificial sun. That's the sun that you would see in the spirit world, the moon. And it has a weak glow, a very weak glow to it. And it gets all its energy from the sun. Yeah, man. Really effed his head up. He locked in the spirit world. He's in the sunken place. You know what I mean? 3 levels of the dream. The experience. automated experiences. And it is what it is. Now, I mean, one of the things is that it ain't about uplifting, you know. Another thing that he be on, always trying to, he be trying to act like he be trying to uplift people. Letting them know that, yo, it ain't even about that. You got activated. You wake up. Now you rise up. That's it. You know what I mean? Because if you dedicate your life to be out there uplifting people, that's a simulation. Because people do that because it makes them feel good. And one of the main reasons why you see people who go around and their primary objective is to uplift people is because they're afraid to be by themselves. You know what I mean? They're afraid to be by themselves. They're not truly comfortable with self. They don't really know self. You know what I mean? So yeah, man, you know, conversation is always, as I stated before, it always start out as a little dialogue. Then after a while, people will just ask questions. And then after that, you just get quiet. You know, we just get real quiet where I'm basically the only one talking. That's how you know you hitting the soul. You hitting the soul when people just get quiet, because that's one of the signs that you bypassing the flesh. Because the flesh always want to be recognized. When you go straight to the soul, you know what I'm saying? You calm that flesh. And those people, they get quiet because they in deep thought. They constantly thinking. When they thinking, they not feeling in regards to reacting off of emotions, wanting to argue. Or what you saying is wrong, don't make no sense. You know what I mean? So the conversation just get quiet. Keep going on. Because they feeding up off that light. Let him know about the pineal gland. He hasn't activated it because he's still vibrating on a spiritual frequency. All those people out there who's vibing on a spiritual frequency, they haven't really activated their pineal glands. They might have activated it by way of communicating with spirits. You know what I mean? Because you could open up channels and communicate with spirits with the pineal gland, but as far as the activation I'm talking about is like literally coming up out of the body and communicating with the lords of light, you know, the hieroglyphic language, and going to ether dimensions. I mean, once you activate it on that level, it's like I was telling one of my wardies last night. He was telling me about one of his boys who was deep in the Jesus joint. Deep in the Jesus joint, you know, he walk around with the crucifix, the summer solstice logo. Crucifix he walk around with on his neck. Let's talk about this dude is heavily deep in Christianity. Like he said that Jesus is white and all this, God is white and all this. You know what I mean? Because somebody like that hasn't activated their pineal gland. Somebody like that would never activate the pineal gland. Never. Because when you activate it, it's no more games. Meaning no more games could be ran on you. Once you activate it, you already know that story that they telling you about Jesus Christ is fake, Allah is fake. You realize that this so-called planet that we're on is fake. You realize it's all a simulation. You realize that the human species is not a race. You realize that They are more advanced animal race, and they are biological robots, and they are here to be programmed. You realize that. You realize there's no such thing as death. You know exactly what death is. You're just switching bodies. That's all it is. You're switching bodies. That's what souls and spirits do. They switch bodies. When you come across that when you activate the pineal gland. It ain't no more games. Like, you can't sit up here and tell me that, you know what I'm saying, church is real. Like, it's a business. You start seeing the puzzle dimension that we're in, the dimension of puzzles. You know? Everybody's walking around confused because they downloaded artificial consciousness. And those artificial consciousness, you know, that's for the human species. That's not for that ain't for the God race, man. We're supposed to be the master programmers. We ain't supposed to be downloading the damn programs, running the programs as if it's real. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, once you activate the pineal gland, it's like the damn veil is lifted. You can't lie no more. Because you know, not believe. You ain't hearing about somebody else's experience. You ain't reading no book. You ain't watching no movie. It's something that you experience firsthand. So how the hell is somebody going to tell you anything different from something that you experience firsthand? You're going to look at that person and be like, yo, this person is under a spell. You're going to see what it is. You're going to know, not believe. But yo, man, quick little video. I'm up out of here, yo.